Hello and welcome to Mo Recaps. Today I will recap a movie called Otherlife. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The young woman stares at the wall-mounted number. She has been in a closed space for the first time today. She will be released after a year, as per the deal. Even if she gradually gets used to the imprisoned feeling, passing each day is very difficult. Scene cuts to 1 year later, she still looks forward to the free day. She is watching as she is there for the last day, waiting for the number on the wall to change to 365. Freedom is in front of her, but when the count starts again at 001, she is numb and devastated. Another year of confinement has just begun. In the girl's dream, a minute is equivalent to a year in real life. The story begins with Ren. Jessica de Go, a talented programmer, is the protagonist of the narrative. Her father, Tiriel Mora, a doctor, developed VR technology that allows fantasy and reality to coexist. Ren sets a new form of eye drops using this technology that only requires one drop to enter a previously created imaginary world. The fictitious world and the natural world are in constant communication. Whatever you want to do is allowed here. For instance, to relieve the stress of a hectic life, attempt a sport that you ordinarily wouldn't dare to try. The crucial thing is that even if you spend several days and nights there, returning to reality may have just taken a few seconds. In retrospect, Ren isn't happy with the way she looks. Her passion for technology allows her to dress casually daily, carry a laptop, and blend in with the crowd unnoticed. She has tidy short hair, and a momentary sadness may be seen in her piercing eyes. It turns out that when Ren and her younger brother, Thomas Coquerel, were diving in the ocean 4 years ago, her brother inadvertently banged his head on a rock and sustained brain damage. Ren always tries to use this technology to wake up her brother, who, after the accident, went into a permanent vegetative condition. Her father believes that this technology still has many defects. She uses memory reconstruction to transport her brother back to the day of the tragedy, prevents it from happening, and then tries to heal him from the brain damage, but all this to no results. According to her father, users are prone to diseases like epilepsy or brain death while residing in this imaginative realm. It's best to end the effort and ultimately release the person rather than view them as cruelly dying. As a result, Ren and her father frequently argue. The project's deployment and financial assistance are closely related. Moving on, Ren visits her business associate Sam, TJ Power. Sam is a pure businessman and is well aware of the potential of these eye drops. There are many ways to interact with others than only via sports. He puts together a team to expand the project's capacity to be increasingly diverse, such as educational and military. The project will soon be used in social applications. In retrospect, Sam and Ren had disagreements. Sam is eager to start making money, contrary to Ren's belief that they should wait until all the problems are resolved before going on sale. He even agrees with the government to create the technology for fictitious jails. Prisoners in the made-up fictional prison can be closed in by using this technology. This can relieve a lot of the pressure on the actual prisons, but Ren couldn't accept that. She believes this initiative should be used to introduce humans to a new environment rather than a means of confiding in them. As they return home, they fight non-stop, and Ren is upset. She visits her boyfriend to find solace because he is the only one who can console her. Moving on, Ren permits her partner to attempt skiing in the imaginary reality. In the made-up universe, the boyfriend plays insanely hard. And when Ren isn't looking, her boyfriend cunningly opens another bottle of eye drops and puts them in his eyes. But this time, things don't go quite well as an accident occurs. The boyfriend develops epilepsy. Ren is shocked to see the sight and attempts first assistance and tries her best to get him to wake up but is unsuccessful. Her boyfriend is dead. The scene cuts to Ren receiving a contract following the transaction, and Ren should try the made-up prison, which Sam persuades her to go to. If she accepts that Ren will be innocent, she can experience it for a year of captivity, which is a short time in the real world. A day, in reality, is equal to one fictitious year. It won't cause much chaos in Ren's real life, and since Ren is the researcher, she is the most familiar with this project. Cut to Ren. She agrees to test out fictional confinement. She administers the eye drops. In front of her eyes, the fictional universe begins to take shape. Ren is in an enclosed prison locker when she wakes up, where food and water are available daily. There is a large screen on the wall that displays the passing of time. Ren's heart is filled with loneliness and hopelessness even though she is aware that a year from now, she can return to reality. She also has a purpose in life and regrets the death of her boyfriend. The scene cuts to 1 year later. Since she is the only living thing around, she can only communicate with herself. 1 year's final day is going to come to an end. Ren takes a shower after spending a year in prison, and she is preparing herself to enter the free world again. Unexpectedly, the number on the screen changes from 365 to 001. Ren then realizes that Sam is deceiving her. Sam has always wanted the company and her work all to himself, possibly from the start. Ren should not return to the actual world, in his opinion. She is heartbroken. When she sees the air in prison is venting, she breaks everything in prison and escapes through the roof. She discovers that she is at an abandoned warehouse, after following the locker with the reserve. When she sees the air in prison is venting, she breaks everything in prison and escapes through the roof. She discovers that she is at an abandoned warehouse, after following the locker with the reserved food. In a separate warehouse, a room is filled with monitors and CCTVs. She suddenly returns to reality. It turns out that each of these is true and not an imaginary world. She has been in prison in the real world for a year. Ren closely avoids being pursued by the guards. After a year, she finds it impossible to fit in the crowd. On the other hand, Sam holds the entire business in his hand. Moving on, she visits the police department to file a report. According to the police, Ren went missing 1 year ago. However, when they return to the warehouse where she had been confided, they discover nothing. The cops believe she has gone insane. In retrospect, Sam is now looking for her. Ren knows that her only option is to visit her former best friend. There she came to know about her partner, who was successfully treated a year ago. He is still alive. They cross paths once more. The three swear to reclaim the business from Sam after learning what Ren had to endure over the previous year. Ren is also concerned for her brother's safety and the project. She goes to the company's building undercover and stealthily removes the hard drive that belongs to her because it has a made-up system intended exclusively for treating her brother. She brings the apparatus to the ward and places her brother's eye drops inside. When her brother opened his eyes, he suddenly started getting an epileptic seizure. After some struggle, Ren frees her brother entirely by cutting the connections of life support, but as she does so, she witnesses her brother's demise. Sam visits Ren, and this time everything is hazy in front of her. It seems that she is not awake and that everything in her dream is a creation of the subconscious terror she is experiencing. Ren can now comprehend her father's concern. Even though her sibling still lives, her boyfriend has passed away. Although it initially appears that this fictitious system can give individuals free imagination, people can't always live in fiction. Sam disagrees with her decision to remove the design from the business. Sam concludes that Ren successfully escapes from prison in her dream by using her mind to conjure up the background details, such as seeing her dead boyfriend. This is a place of innovation and a fresh business opportunity. Sam consequently makes Ren apply the eye drops to her eyes once more. This time, he desires to confide Ren in the made-up universe fully. But using her subconscious, Ren rapidly awakens based on her prior experience. She puts the rest of the eye drops in Sam's eyes. This time it's Sam's turn to be confined in prison, maybe to let the rage out, perhaps to make him experience the utter futility of being locked up. Sam is identical to Ren when she spent a year in a fictional prison. What goes around comes around, and a year later, when you witness the time travel back to the beginning, you will feel hopeless inside of hopelessness. This is the final retribution that Ren will receive for Sam. Ren finally chooses to turn off her brother's life support in the real world because she realizes that a natural extraction is the best outcome. She also decides to abandon the idea of what she is clinging to and continues to live a good life. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the video for more videos like this.